Buongiorno Srimataji, Divina Madre, ci inchiniamo umilmente davanti a te. Buongiorno fratelli e sorelle, questa meditazione è dedicata alla libertà. Facciamo namaskar, ci alziamo la kundalini e ci diamo i 7 bandha.
Good morning, Shri Mataji, Divine Mother. We humbly bow before you. Good morning, brothers and sisters. This meditation is dedicated to freedom. Let us do namaskar. We raise our kundalini and we give ourselves 7 bandhas.
I'm immensely joyous to see all of you here. The words get lost.
Sono immensamente felice di vedervi tutti qui. Non ci sono parole. Perdono di significato. Così tante persone che aspirano a questo stato di completa gioia, beatitudine e pace. In questo paese abbiamo combattuto per la libertà. Ho preso profondamente parte a questa lotta. I miei genitori hanno preso parte a questa lotta. Eravamo ricchi, piuttosto ricchi, sotto ogni aspetto. Ma sarete sorpresi. Mio padre bruciò tutti i suoi vestiti inglesi. Mia madre bruciò tutti i suoi sari più costosi. E si misero ad indossare solo vestiti filati da loro. Avevo un solo cappotto durante il periodo dei miei studi, quando vivevo a Lahore, che certe volte può essere terribilmente fredda, come Londra. Ma non ci siamo mai lamentati. Non abbiamo mai detto a nostro padre che avrebbe dovuto pensare più a noi e fare qualcosa. Non mi è mai dispiaciuto che nostro padre abbia sacrificato tutto per il paese. Mai.
Everybody so transformed into a new personality.
Questo tipo di qualità nacque dal Mahatma Gandhi. Egli trasformò tutti in personalità così forti. Tutti i soldi che avevamo, le comodità, gli alloggi, tutto quello che avevamo fu abbandonato. Non solo da mio padre, ma da così tanti. Altrimenti non avremmo ottenuto la nostra libertà. Per la libertà questo paese ha sacrificato così tanto.
I must say Gandhiji had a special charm. I don't know how he managed. He was like touch of Midas, touched anybody, he became transformed.
Devo dire che Gandhi aveva un fascino speciale. Non so come facesse, aveva il tocco di Mida. Toccava qualcuno e questo veniva letteralmente trasformato. Era un uomo estremamente severo, molto gentile con me e con i bambini, ma molto severo, estremamente severo, e non tollerava sciocchezze da nessuno. Se guardiamo bene, tutte quelle persone furono preparate non solo per la libertà, per l'indipendenza, ma prima ancora per la vita spirituale. E una cosa le accomunava tutte, il sacrificio. Avevano la consapevolezza di compiere qualcosa di grande e di essere parte integrante di un tutto.
I've seen it with my own eyes. Such people in this country, whom you may call legendary, but I've seen it.
L'ho visto con i miei occhi, anche se alcuni pensano si tratti di leggende. Migliaia di persone furono uccise, bambini morirono, ma nessuno si fermò a piangere.
Now, after that, we are here to get our freedom, to get the freedom for our spirit.
Dopo tutto questo, siamo qui per ottenere la nostra libertà interiore, per liberarci dalla nostra avidità, lussuria e ira, dai nostri condizionamenti e dal nostro terribile ego.
Lascia che le nostre anime si risveglino su questa sacra spiaggia. Grandi anime di tutti i paesi si riuniranno per offrire preghiere.
Portiamo l'attenzione dentro di noi e cantiamo il mantra a Shri Ganesha.
Let us bring the attention within ourselves and we sing the mantra to Sri Ganesha.
Shri Adishati Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namah.
Madre Santissima, Shrimataji Nirmala Devi, tu che sei Shri Ganesha, per favore, donaci la saggezza, il discernimento. Shrimataji, per favore, aiutaci a liberarci dai desideri distruttivi. Stabilizza in noi il puro desiderio di Dio onnipotente.
Divine Mother, Sri Mataji, you who are Sri Ganesha, please give us wisdom and discrimination. Sri Mataji, please help us free ourselves from destructive desires and establish within us the pure desire of God Almighty.
Shrimataji Nirmala Devi, per tua grazia, liberaci dall'ignoranza e dalle false convinzioni. Shrimataji Nirmala Devi, fa che lo spirito, che è riflesso di Dio Onnipotente, illumini le nostre menti e ci guidi nelle nostre scelte.
Sri Mataji, by your grace, set us free from ignorance and from false convictions. Sri Mataji, please, let the Spirit, who is the reflection of God Almighty, enlighten our mind and guide us in our choices. Mantra to Sri Nirmala Vidya.
Tvameva Sasha Shri Nirmala Vidya Sasha Shri Adishati Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
Shrimataji Nirmala Devi, liberaci per favore dalla tristezza, donaci la gioia che viene dal coraggio e dalla resa a Dio. Shrimataji Nirmala Devi, per tua grazia, liberaci da tutti gli attaccamenti. Per favore, stabilizza in noi la libertà dello spirito.
Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi, please set us free from sadness and give us the joy that comes from courage and from surrendering to God. Sri Mataji, by your gaze, let us free from all the attachments. Please establish within us the freedom of the spirit. Mantra to Sri Nirmoha.
Om Tvameva Sasha Shri Nirmala Sasha Shri Adishati Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
Shrimataji Nirmala Devi, per favore, rimuovi la nostra invidia, la competitività, l'isolamento. Per favore, facci sentire tutti uniti e in armonia. Divina Madre, Shrimataji Nirmala Devi, per favore, dissolvi il nostro orgoglio e il nostro ego. Fa sì che ci arrendiamo a te.
Shri Mataji, please remove our envy, competition, and isolation. Please let us feel us all united and in harmony, in unison. Shri Mataji, please dissolve our pride and our ego. Let us surrender to you. Mantra to Sri Nirmala. Con l'attenzione sul Sahasrara, ascoltiamo adesso le parole di Sri Mataji del Sahasrara Puja del 2000. With the attention Sahasrara, we will now listen to the words of Sri Mataji from Sahasrara Puja of the year 2000.
Now this Sahasrara has not been yet described in any one of the books, though they have talked about it. In our ancient books in India also, they have talked about Sahasrara, but nobody has described it except that it has 1,000 petals. At least if they had mentioned something about it, would have been easier for me to show that, see, this is written in the book. Because people are like that. It has to be written in some book, and that only they accept. It's a very difficult situation, because nobody had given a collective realization. So nobody had written to that extent except for one or two people who wrote clearly about Kundalini. But I wouldn't say it was so clear, because it was all in poetry. So people would sing the songs, but they would not understand. But I was thinking how these people who are lost, here and there under some sort of a seeking, what will happen to them? And how will I be able to give them self-realization? Experiences were so horrid, but doesn't matter. I went on and on and on, and I worked it out. Of course, we met some people who were also very cruel and nasty, who troubled me and troubled Sajogis. All these things should have really dampened my enthusiasm. But on the contrary, I started thinking why people are like this. Then I realized one thing, that we cannot have the whole world to get self-realization. This is the last judgment. At this time, people have to decide what is the most important thing. They have to know themselves and understand what they have got. It's not just having a big number that will help us, but really solid Sahajogis. Then I found there were people who got cured of many diseases, but most of them got lost. Some of them who were drug addicts gave up drug addiction. Drinking, they gave up. Smoking, they gave up. I never said a word that you give up this or give up that. I knew once the Kundalini rises, they will automatically give up. And it happened. And that's how people became so clean, so beautiful, and started enjoying their life. But nobody would believe them. When they went round and talked to people, they say, oh, you are gone mad. They couldn't believe how they have stopped drinking, how they are not smoking. We want to drink. And what is this? See, so the identification I found of these people were mostly with the very loose type of enjoyment. They enjoyed very loose type of thing, which had nothing to do with the spirit. Gradually, of course, it started working out. But still, I must say that we can't expect in this Kali Yuga to have billions and billions of people in Sahaja Yoga. Though it's my desire, it's your desire, and you want them to get their self-realization, by which so many good things can happen. Firstly, your physical self improves. Many people have been cured. Christ cured only 21 people. I don't know how many thousands have been cured with Sahaja Yoga. Also, there's another very big problem with human beings, that they read all kinds of books and they have no clear-cut idea as to what they should find. What is their seeking? It's a very big problem. And whatever is in one book, they'll try to follow that. I mean, like they are shifting type of people. They shift from one to another. And then progress in Sahaja Yoga is much more difficult. Very difficult. Because if you are going on one path and you start shifting from one to another, you may go back. But in that they find it is their freedom. Actually, without realization, you don't have your freedom of anything. Freedom is that in which you know what you are. You know what you are capable of. In the freedom, you are the one who should receive all the blessings. If these blessings are not there, then you are not free. There's something wrong somewhere in your own life. Because once you get realization, you become absolutely free people. Free means Your own spirit guides you. The spirit, as you know, is the reflection of the divine, the God Almighty. If everybody has the same reflection and is awakened, then in the awareness, it works as if they know what is right and what is wrong, what is constructive and what is destructive. It is not some sort of a false satisfaction that you have, but in reality you feel the reality, and that is what it has to have. The first thing in Sahaja Yoga that you get the experience of feeling the spanda, the cool breeze on your fingertips. Without the experience, you should not believe in it. That means a new dimension has come now in your nerves, that you can feel the system which has been not known to you. Sympathetic nervous system was there, but you never knew how it is working. The knowledge about yourself was so poor. But after realization, suddenly the whole thing got enlightened. Suddenly you started feeling it, the newness among us. Still sometimes you have to fight your ego. You have to get over your ignorance of things. Because realization gives you absolute knowledge. Absolute knowledge. It cannot be challenged. It's single, as they say, ekameva satya. And when you get that knowledge, then you can tally it also. You can find out if it is correct or not. This is something that has happened to all of you. And you have already got those vibrations with which you can feel. For example, there may be some dissatisfied souls with Sahaja Yoga. But you can find out on vibrations who are those people, what are they doing. On vibrations you can make out if those people have reached that state of reality or not. You can make out if these people who are trying to oppose you or trying to tell you something else, how far are they? On your fingertips you know. This is what is Qiyama, about which Muhammad Sahib has said. The other day, I must tell you an experience where there was one fellow who came from the television, known as Star. And he started asking me very funny questions, which had no relevance. His name was Abbas, so I said, Abbas Mia, you are wasting your time and my time. Will you come to the right questions? So he said, I am against all fundamentalism, but I am not fundamentalist. How do you know I am that or not? So he said, I am trying to find out. All right. I said, you put your hands towards me. Now Muhammad Sahib has said, at the time of Qiyamah, your hands will speak. And you'll be amazed. Immediately he started feeling cool breeze on his hand. He said, what's happening to me? I said, that's what it is. No use arguing, no use talking about it, no use inquiring. Just see yourself the experience. He just got so stunned. And after that, whatever he talked to me, never published. So what I'm saying, if the people reach the truth, and they know this is the truth, nothing can change. if they have reached the truth, I'm saying. You can see in the life of all the great people that they think this is the truth, not by just reading or not by just believing, but as an experience. That on their central nervous system, they can feel the truth, then it is impossible to change them. Like you can see a seed becomes a tree, then you cannot make the tree into a seed. Seed is a seed. But when the seed changes into a tree, then you cannot bring it back to the seed. It may create more seeds, it's different. So in the same way, once you have got your realization, and once you have become one with the divine, then there is no question of you going down unless you yourself want to go down. It's very, very remarkable how you get this property, how you get this ability and this capability, and after that you don't lose it. Of course, first you must grow, and for that you have to meditate. But this meditation, once you do it, the whole being itself gets so enlightened and so beautiful that you don't want to change it. You want to be there and enjoy it forever. But of course you want to give it to others because you see you are enjoying so much. Like on the street you find somebody starving and you are very full, then you feel like giving food to that person. In the same way you see in this world, people are madly seeking, running up and down, doing all kinds of things. They want to tell them. They may believe or may not believe. They may try to sort of absolutely deny you, defy, also defile you. They can do anything. But you know for definite that you are on the right path, you are on the right state of mind, which is a sahaja state. In Sanskrit it is called sahaja avastha. Sahaja avastha. In sahaja avastha, you do not react. You do not react. You just see and appreciate. Now see, I came, I saw this beautiful, such an idea of Sahasrara, all the chakras, they have crossed over, gone up there, and from there they have very good expression. But any other person would say, oh, this color combination was not good. Why did they use this? Why don't they use something else? Like that, you see, finding faults with others. And this finding fault actually comes from your brain, which is not yet enlightened. You cannot enjoy anything because you react. All the time you go on reacting. If somebody says something nice, still you are reacting. If somebody said something bad, of course you are reacting. No question. So, for us to understand that we are not free to react, we are not that cheap to react. We are on a very high pedestal. What is our job is to enjoy. Enjoy everything. And that enjoyment is the blessing of the divine. Even you can enjoy the turmoil, the torture, everything you can enjoy if you see the point that nothing can happen to your spirit, which is the real light. Whatever you may suffer, whatever you may think is troubling you, actually this silent light of the spirit makes you absolutely, perfectly joyous. And you give joy to others. You don't design it, you don't plan it, how to give joy, but you just automatically give joy. And this giving joy is also effortless, surge, because you are in the sahaja state. In the sahaja state, you just see things. It's a drama, you feel. It's a different styles, different types, and you just see and watch and get the joy out of it.
Shimataji, Nirmala Devi, per favore, libera tutte le persone dalla paura, dalla rassegnazione, dalla sfiducia. Illumina le loro menti e i loro cuori. Per tua grazia, fa che sulla terra trionfi il potere dello spirito e di Saggia Yoga. Grazie Divina Madre Shrimataji Nirmala Devi per essere sempre con noi.
Srimataji, please set all the people free from fear, from resignation, and from lack of confidence. And please enlighten their minds and their hearts. Shrimataji, by your grace, let the power of the Spirit and of Sahaja Yoga triumph on the earth. Thank you, Mother, for being always with us. Auguriamo a tutti voi una giornata piena di luce. Buona giornata a tutti. Facciamo namaskar e quando vogliamo terminiamo la meditazione. We wish all of you a day full of light and wish everyone a good day. We can do namaskar and we can finish the meditation when we want.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.